What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's look at some college basketball picks for Saturday, February 25th slate of games. Let's take a look at the leaderboard before we get started tonight. Trey, start us off.
Let's go, James Madison. They absolutely thumped Georgia State by 21 points. We had them minus 13.5. JMU had me scared. I didn't even want to throw anything in the chat because they were down by 6 going into halftime. And like I said, we had them minus 13.5. So it was a tough hill to climb. They climbed it and then some. They proceeded to torch the nets and play some shutdown defense in the second half, outscoring Georgia State 56-29. Shout out JMU.
Yeah, I had the Colorado State Rams minus 6.5. They beat Wyoming at home 84-71. So we were on the right side of the game after I switched my pick in the middle of my explanation. Sorry for the guy who said he took my pick right whenever I said Wyoming, but I tried to warn you I was going to change it at the end, but that's on me. I'm sorry. Wyoming played tight the first 10 minutes, but Colorado State offensively was way too much for Wyoming to keep up with. We take the win and we move on to the pick tonight, which I am in love with. Teats, you have anything to say about your last pick?
Yeah, so as you guys can see, 0-0 for the last one. I was not here last night. I was sick. I've been kind of under the weather for a couple of days. I've also been down in the dumps because you can see as the last 7, I'm 1-4. Let me just talk for a second. Let me talk for a second about where I'm at currently. I just took Robert Morris, who ruined my Youngstown State pick, where I did research and I thought there's no way that Youngstown State's going to be this great of an offense to go into Robert Morris and lose, and they got trounced. Like, okay, they're playing a team that has the word university twice in their team name, in their school name. They don't even know who they want to be. Indiana, Purdue, let's be both in Indianapolis. And they lost 80-75. Like, they were double-digit favorites, and they lost by 5 points to a team that has the word university in both school names. Like, I can't catch a break over here. I'm feeling like I'm going to catch a break pretty quick. It has to turn around. I'm feeling really confident about tonight. But yeah, that's why I wasn't here yesterday. I was sick, but I was also sick to my stomach about the fact that, man, I've just been on the wrong side of history recently.
Yeah, Teats, that's tough to hear, but I know you like your play tonight, going back to your Big 12 action. But let's get into tonight's picks. Trey, have you start us off?
Yeah, kind of like what Teats says. You can't if you don't beat a team called Indiana University, Purdue University, I mean, it's just I don't know what to tell you. But I'm going to go with the Virginia versus North Carolina game. This is, weird for me to flirt with another Power 5 game because I like to stay with the small schools, but this is another weird line. I love to attack weird lines. There's not really any reason for North Carolina to be favored by 2.5 points. They've been an up and down roller coaster all season long, and Virginia's been as steady as it comes in the ACC. But this is a home game for North Carolina, and that is probably the biggest reason why they are favored. North Carolina is 11-2 straight up at home this season, but cannot cover games with a 6-7 ATS home record. But with this number being minus 2.5, I mean, you would like to think if they win the game, they will cover. And Virginia has been average on the road with a 6-4 road record. They've been struggling on the road to cover with a 2-7-1 ATS mark. And these two teams have already played this season, but it was at Virginia, and Virginia did win that game by 7 points. But it does need to be noted that Armando Bacot only did play 1 minute in that game. So I am expecting him to go nuclear in this game because this will probably be his last matchup against rival Virginia. And the 3 games before that matchup this season has been dominated by North Carolina, winning by an average of 16 points in those 3 games before this season's game. And the core group of guys in those dominating wins are the same guys that are on this North Carolina team. I don't need to tell you who those guys are, but they are Armando Bacot, Caleb Love, and RJ Davis. Those 3 do have NBA dreams on their mind, but they do have to do one thing first, and that's get North Carolina to the NCAA tournament. And I do expect those 3 players to combine for 50 points against a very, very tough Virginia defense. And Virginia does make their game plan known. Everyone knows what they're going to do. It doesn't really surprise anybody at this point. They will try to hold you to as close as they can to 60 points, and they will try to score more than 60 points. But it's tough to do that scoring whenever you have the 268th scoring offense in college basketball. But it's easy to hold your opponents to low numbers because they are the 10th ranked scoring defense. And almost polar opposites is North Carolina. The Tar Heels are the 54th ranked scoring offense and the 248th scoring defense. I do really like North Carolina in this game. This line was -1.5 5 minutes ago. I like the money line because it was a little bit closer to even money. So I am going to take the money line at -154 in this video. If I tip off, I do expect it to be a little bit closer to even money. And here are my favorite trends for this game. Virginia is 0-3-1 ATS in their last 4 road games. The favorite in this matchup is 4-0 ATS in their last 4 meetings. And the home team in this game historically is 25-9-1 ATS in the last 35 meetings. All that leads me down to a road of taking the weird line, taking North Carolina here at home, money line.
Trey, that is as sharp as play as it gets, and I love it. Tonight, I'm going with something that's home cooking for me. I love it. It loves me. Together we make one big happy family. Shout out Barney, that big purple dinosaur. We won't need a chair in this game because you'll be on your feet all game. It's Saturday afternoon Maction. I've got the shirt on. It's Maction time. Buffalo traveling to take on Toledo. I don't want the spread in this game. I want the points, and I want them all. I want 200 of them. I'm taking the over 165 in this game. If you remember, on January 19th, 2023, I sat in this chair and gave out Toledo Buffalo under 166.5. It was the worst experience of my life. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. It pained me to try and root for kids not to score points. They were on pace, scoring 85 points in the first half. They had 160 with 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game, and my hopes were gone for the under. I hopped on to record the next video with the guys, and when I got back on my phone, Buffalo did not score a point in the final 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the game, and Toledo only scored 2. So I hit the under in that pick, and I will not be putting my heart through that again. Toledo has the number 2 offense in the country, scoring 84.7 points per game. Buffalo scores 78 points per game. Buffalo also gives up 77 points per game. 341st in the nation on defense. Trey and Teats, take a guess where Toledo ranks on defense. Just throw out a number.
348th.
326.
340th. They're right by each other.
Oh.
They give up 76.6 points per game as well. This is going to be such a fun game to watch. I can't wait for it. Grab your popcorn and watch them pour in the points. I will say, in their last 5 games played against each other, the points scored have been 163, 168, 161, 150, and 150. That's in order from most recent games played to past games. These teams are always hovering up in the high numbers. Take the over 165 and smile throughout this game. The play will be Buffalo and Toledo to score over 165. Teats?
Yeah, Trey hinted at it earlier. I am stepping back into the Big 12, and I want to make it known. I'm taking KU versus West Virginia, and I'm going to take KU with the spread. Give me all 9.5 points of it. Here's a quick fun fact, because I've been on kind of a negative run. I am going to start today. From here on out, everything is going to be positive vibes for me. Like Bob Ross said, there's no mistakes, there's happy accidents. So I'm going to take that positive and that positivity. I'm going to run with it with my bets. So if you guys remember, this time last week, I took KU at home and they cashed. And that was the last time that I won a college basketball game on YouTube. I am flipping it around. I am going to do everything I can to get my luck back on the right track. And I think that it starts back here how it started last week, and that's with KU versus West Virginia. KU historically has been owning West Virginia quite a bit. Doesn't matter where they're at, but I feel like this team at home, they're back on track for, kind of like I said last week, they're back on track for March Madness. They're back on track for the Big 12 championship, the Big 12 tournament. They just want to win, and they want to win. They want to do it for Bill Self. They want to do it for the seniors, the players that are not going to be returning next year. Jalen Wilson has finally figured out he cannot do it all by himself, and his supporting cast around him has finally stepped up to actually assist him. Jalen Wilson has had some pretty off games over the past 3-4 weeks since his monstrous 30, 40, 40, 30 type nights. Grady Dick, I'm not even going to make any Dick jokes about it. He's definitely stepped up the game quite a bit. He's definitely taken a large step forward. I mean, a big step forward. Just kidding. Either way, though, West Virginia, they've been kind of lackluster. They're 2-3 in their last 5. KU's 5-0 in their last 5. In Lawrence, KU is 2-1 against the spread of 9.5 since 2020. I can go farther back, but we kind of get into situations where rosters and teams are so much different. West Virginia used to be a top 25 ranked team every single year. This year, they're just having a downtime. If you look at them statistically, both offenses are scoring about 76 points per game. Defensively, West Virginia is giving up 70, KU 68. So if you look at it on paper, this is going to be a really good matchup, and it should be a close matchup. I'm a KU fan. I understand there's sometimes a little bit of favoritism. You might call it a little bit of home cooking, depending on the type of fans that we're talking to. I think that KU definitely will get a call or two go their way. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 47 free throw shot. We've already seen that once this year. But either way, I think that KU can cover this double digits.
Teats, I'm going to add something to this because I was actually researching this play. It's going to be a potential play on site. I was going to bring it on YouTube as well. But KU in the last 4 games against West Virginia, they have 4 wins, and their average win margin is 17.6 points against them. So I love that pick for you. Guys, that's 3 more picks for college basketball, and that'll do it for our college basketball picks and predictions. If you guys enjoy the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We will see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.